Good evening to all who are joining us over this platform. So myself, Dr. Biswa Das, and I'm an assistant professor at the Institute of Law at my university. So I would be using the next few minutes to interact with you regarding the career perspective that we have after plus two in terms of law field. And when we talk about law field, we are very much skeptical from the very beginning about taking law as a career perspective. And moreover, there has been a great amount of dilemma as to whether it should be taken as such as a perspective. So my mic, is this working right now?
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
Okay. So is this working fine, Satya?
Yes, I think there's some bandwidth issue, so there's some audio issue, but you are audible for sure.
Okay.
This is fine.
No, actually, the mic of the system was a bit louder, so I just adjusted it to
No, it's
normal.
perfect,
So
sir. It's
hope it
perfect.
will be fine right now.
It's perfect.
Okay. So I would be having a discussion on three limbs that what law is to be and what it is now. And second, whether it should be taken as a career perspective as such. And third, what are the all options available in terms of law career. And fourth, I would be talking about what should be the proper channel to pursue that career. And with respect to the same thing, I would be entertaining all the questions that you may have at the end of my discussion. And the synchronization of my topic would be my talk would be like as such law has been taken as a transjordan stream of professional approach, but at the same time law has in the recent past geared up in a lot of momentum when we talk about the career perspective it does provide. And after the market that has been opened up for the foreign players to come into the Indian circumstances and economy being gearing up and all aspects of life having some say or the other with respect to legal control, that requires a lot of intervention from the people who are going to be in the law field. And that provides a huge opportunity and a plethora of options to be chosen from. And for this reason, now law has not been considered anymore as one other option that whoever is not having anything in hand may go on to law. So this has come a huge way from being as considered to be the last option to be considered as one of the options for the students. Now talking about this next limb of it, that when we talk about uh, what should be taken as a career point of view, we need to look into the fact that the career perspectives has to do a lot of fragmentations. That if you are going to pursue a law, where do you want to pursue it from, and how do you want to pursue it from? What do you want to do it after completion of your 5-year law course? Because it's a huge time that you will be investing on your studies. And for this reason, you have to definitely devolve a lot of your own research about the various perspective and the plethora of opportunities. Next thing is like what are the opportunities that is available? Like where do you want to see after the completion of 5 years? Now, it provides ample of opportunities starting from the bar to the bench to the multinational companies to in-house counsels to researchers to faculties and legal academician and all such other things. Now, we'll be discussing one after the other all these career opportunities that we have. And also, like to reach there, you have to pursue through a proper planned action. Now, your action plan has to be pretty much uh, synchronized, structured, and workable. Now, for this reason, you have to start from 12th standard onwards when you are trying to see law as a career perspective. That means I would be presuming that your all mind is there that you are going for one. Now, for this reason, you need to understand that what are things has to be done, and what are those do's and don'ts that you have to pursue, and in finding out the best places which will be giving you the right direction, which might end you up to your desired destination. So these are the questions that we'll be discussing with you, and for that reason, I'm here I'm here to answer all your queries that you have in terms of law career. And if you have any questions, then we can have a discussion now. Is that fine, or do I need to extend it completely?
Um, we're fine as long as you've covered everything that you
No, I
want.
have covered because I have also made a PPT, so I'll be presenting it tomorrow. I'll be sharing the screen, so I will be comfortably be using it. So
Yeah,
that's
please feel free to go ahead then.
so the complete duration that you want to so me to cover up.
I do have a couple of questions that have already reached us, but whatever is comfortable to you.
No, you can tell me. Then I'll just reserve myself because I was in between some other meeting.
Oh, okay.
That's
Uh,
that I mentioned Satya also.
all right. So yeah, as long as you have covered everything that you wanted to speak with our
Right,
students, teachers, and parents who have joined us,
right.
there are some questions out of which one says, how many seats does the Institute of Law, Nirma University have?
So we do have 240 seats, but we have notified for 300 seats. That would be divided into 180 seats for BA LLB and 120 for BCom LLB. But this year we have increased 60 seats for the BA course, and that is subject to the approval of the Bar Council of India. We are expecting an approval shortly.
Okay. There's one parent who is asking, how is Nirma's course different from other colleges?
Okay, when we talk about the contemporary legal education, it is more of a blend of practical approaches rather than a conventional legal education. The conventional legal education has been clearly distinguished from what PCI expects us, that is the minimum expectation, plus what extra that we can give to the students to match up to the global standards. And for this reason, Institute of Law in my university has come up with various courses like skill-based education. We have skill labs, we have research center collaborations wherein the students are exposed to do their research apart from what they have been studying in their classrooms. We do have practical sessions, we do have legal aid sessions, we do have moot court orientations and compulsory moot court sessions for every student. So wherein and we also have professional courses like we have categorized four segments wherein the professional courses have been offered depending on the choice of the student, that whether they want to go for the corporate, they want to go for the judiciary, they want to go for litigation, or they want to go for any higher studies. Now, in such segment, the students are been given a choice what they want to, and they have been handheld all throughout the 5 years, depending on their career goals and objectives. So, which is quite an innovative step that most of the European colleges are following right now.
Right. If you can just touch upon some important dates regarding the admissions and the exams, and do you foresee any changes because of the current
Uh,
COVID-19 situation?
Precisely, ma'am. This will definitely change because we generally expect by now all the examinations, the board examination would have been over, so that because as we take admissions through CLAT, and it is completely dependent on the CLAT timetable, and CLAT results are something which is vital for us. Now, the CLAT has moved from 10th May to 24th of May, so now we have a huge bracket to check. So first and foremost thing that every board examination has to be over. Second thing, CLAT has to be over so that the students will be having the minimum eligibility criteria to take an admission into law. So definitely there would be some variation that we can foresee in the near future with respect to the timetable, with respect to the declaration of results, and with respect to the admission sessions.
Right. And all the updates we can find on the website.
Yes, we you definitely be getting it online, and you'll definitely be getting it on all the platforms wherever Nirma is hosting its informations.
All right. We'll take just two more questions and then we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
call it a session. So there's one question which says, can the student opt out after 3 years? Will we get a BA degree if we opt out?
No, we do not have that option right now because opting out is not been practicable. It used to be there as per the UGC regulation 4 years back, but now it's not been there. So opting out will not entail you with a BA degree. Uh, uh, but for that, you can choose something apart from law as integrated law.
All right. Can you just touch upon the placement part a bit and then we can call
Sure.
it a session?
Sure. So, as I already have stated that we have customized positions with respect to what the career objectives of the students are. So, what we have been seeing that like the people who are coming up for placements, their number is quite certain. So, it's not a whole chunk of the whole batch is coming for the placements. But out of the placements, what we have been seeing for the last 3 years data I will be giving. So, it's like 85 to 90% touch upon we are doing, but we cannot assure you that thing because that is something which is dependent on the market, which is dependent on the credentials that the students holds, and which is also dependent on the bridging the gap that we have been doing for the institutional level. But what we can see surely say that we do have a dedicated center, which is the campus recruitment cell, which has been monitored and supervised by one of the faculty members itself, and which has been run by the students themselves. So what they have been doing for the last couple of years is tremendous work, and we have been seeing like outstanding results. But at the same time, as I said, the market is going to be really crashed down in next few months. So by the time we are not looking for the passing out batch, but we are talking about the 2024 batch. So definitely it will be a very good scenario by then.